Now, the lockdown extending for a few more weeks can only be adding to the financial uncertainty for many of us. So if you're worrying about your mortgage, your loan, or maybe that credit card bill, Nick Sheridan is here with at least some advice. Hi, Nick.
Hello, Martin. How are things? That's right. Help is there should you be struggling financially at the moment. Most lenders are offering a breathing space should you need it. Let's start off with mortgages. It is probably the largest debt many of us will have to pay off during our lifetime. If you're worried that you might not be able to make your repayments, then you do have options. So something that we've mentioned here before is a mortgage holiday. But don't pack those Speedos just yet, Martin. Please don't pack them. It's not as fun as it sounds. A 3-month mortgage holiday means payments which would have been made during a particular time are postponed and divided across the remaining payments of the mortgage. So once the holiday is over, it would mean an increase in monthly payments, or the lender may offer to extend the term of the mortgage. Now, if you go to the bank and say, look, I can't pay my mortgage, they're not obliged to give you that sort of a holiday, but they should try and come to a reasonable arrangement tailored just for you. Now, taking a mortgage holiday will not affect your credit score, we're told. You will still be charged interest, and whatever you do, you should talk to your lender before you just cancel your direct debit. So all mortgage holidays must be agreed with them in advance. Now, your car loan could also be giving you a headache roundabout now, but like the mortgage situation, help is on hand. So lenders are being told that they should offer a 3-month payment holiday to those who are struggling, or some other form of help, and that finance companies should not repossess a vehicle or end a contract during this period. Now, they're also being told to be flexible. For example, if a PCP finance deal is coming to an end and the customer wants to keep the car but can't afford to pay the outstanding balance they owe, aka the balloon payment, it's much better for them to be flexible. And it's good just to talk to your lender early and often, and don't just end up defaulting on the loan, because that will hurt your credit score. These other measures will not. Now, credit cards are another big source of debt for many of us. Lenders have agreed to be flexible and to help out those who will struggle to make the necessary payments. Payments holidays, perhaps, but remember, if you were already in arrears before the pandemic began, or if your income is unlikely to return to the levels that it was at, then your lender might not offer a holiday. Now, they are still obliged to offer some other form of help, which could include emergency increases in credit limits, or perhaps the option to waive fees for late payment or even non-payment. So most financial institutions accept that it's better to negotiate with people who have fallen behind on their payments or are likely to fall behind in the future. And that is why, of course, communication and negotiation with your lender are super, super important. If you have an overdraft and you're struggling to cope, remember that banks must now give up to £500 of a customer's overdraft interest-free for 3 months. And if your overdraft is less than £500, then your bank should give you your whole overdraft interest-free. So the banks have to do this, so call them or get onto them online and plead your case. Rebecca.
Thank you very much, Nick. Very useful advice, as always.